Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today's video is an interesting one. It's an exciting one for me. I am going to be taking you guys behind the scenes of how I am building my new river of income. I am right now in the process of putting in place the infrastructure to build a new online business around my passion for finance. If you've been here for a while, you do know that I love all things finance, and I've been trying to figure out how to build a real business around it that's not just coaching or online content creation. Here I am pulling the curtains. I am going to be taking you guys behind the scenes of how I am building my online finance business empire. Yes, let's go. So in today's video number one, I'm giving you guys like the vision of what this whole journey is going to be about. Like with any business venture, right? It starts out as a dream. You have a vision inside of you that you're birthing, that you're nurturing, and the goal is to take all of the baby steps necessary to see that dream to fruition. And along the way, what starts as one idea is eventually going to shift and twist and change into something different. But the exciting part here is that I plan on kind of recording that journey primarily for myself. Honestly, it will be interesting to see this is where or how the idea started, and this is now where the idea is. Why exactly am I doing this particular business, and why am I recording it? The recording part is primarily for myself, like I just mentioned. There's something powerful about watching you, looking back and seeing your humble beginnings. And there's also something really powerful about, let's say one day this business becomes successful. A lot of people will be attracted to me because of that business, right? I will have mentors and mentees who would be like, well, how did you get started? I will be able to send them to this link, this video series, to show them these were my humble beginnings. Watch me fall, watch me cry, watch me struggle. I very much will be authentic and honest with you about everything I'm going through. I would hide nothing, not because I don't believe in privacy, but because I do feel like we are moving into an age where authenticity is going to become really important. A lot of people who are high up in their careers started somewhere, and most of us never get to see how the sausage is made. So we have a lot of delusions of what it takes to be successful. And I'm also cognizant of the fact that I might come back in 3 years and be like, yeah, this whole thing was a fail. But this is how I pivoted to make it and to salvage it, right? So that is one of the main reasons I am recording. I really want it to be a record for myself and for others who would also be starting. And the other reason why I want to record this is that I do want people to join along on this journey. I would love to have you watching this be inspired, connect with me and be like, sis, I am going at this along with you. I want to be accountability partners. I want us to hold each other accountable because I too am nurturing a dream and I don't want to do it by myself. So that is a number one, that is one of the reasons I'm recording this. Why this business and why this approach in particular? I have seen the power of consistency in my life. I've always been somebody deeply passionate about entrepreneurship, business ventures, making money, tracking money, etc. But somewhere in my head, because of our culture, I always thought that it was going to be get rich quick, right? It's like I start something today, in 2 years I'm a millionaire. I can go sit by the beach, put my feet up, because that is the dream. We've all read the 4-Hour Work Week. We know how it goes, right? If just do this one thing online, bitty bitty bang bang boom boom, put your feet up. However, it became very clear to me that for me, I can't speak for you or for anyone else. For me, I had to be somebody who put in the work and then watch that work grow for me. Let me take you down memory lane. Bear with me. This story will make sense in the end. So my first full-time pay sucks. It just really sucks. And the whole time I'm thinking about, how do I get out of being a full-time employee? Because being a full-time employee is horrible and it sucks. It started with my career. Graduate high school, start doing Avon because of the dream of having your own business and how you can make lots of money having your own business. That was a fail. But at the same time, I was also going to school to get my bachelor's degree in science. Ended up graduating with a bachelor's degree in biochemistry. And at the time, loved all things cosmetics. It made sense for me to move into the cosmetic space. So I became a cosmetic scientist. I'm working in the lab as a cosmetic scientist. It's a grind. The money sucks. They start me at like $17 an hour with a bachelor's degree, while at the same time I was working as a massage therapist, where I got a 5-month certificate, and I was getting more money working as a massage therapist and an esthetician, both of them licenses that took me less than 5 months. And I remember being very discouraged. I'm like, are you kidding me? I went to school to get a bachelor's degree, at first was an honors straight A student. Ended up graduating with a few B's. Like, I was an honor student until like my junior year of college, because I was devoted. Won a research award, right, for my ability to conduct research as a young college student. And here I am working in a cosmetics laboratory, and I'm getting $17 an hour, while as a massage therapist I'm getting anywhere from $20 to sometimes $30 an hour, depending on my tips. It was very discouraging. I promise there's a reason I'm telling you this. There's a reason I'm taking you down memory lane. I try a business venture. It's called Healthy Beautiful. I will show you a link of some of the footages of Healthy Beautiful. When I started Healthy Beautiful, it was going to be this interesting business venture where I'm a massage therapist and an esthetician. I come to your house and I give you the full-on body treatment. Everybody else was doing massages or facials. I combined both into a bodacial, which is a full body facial. And I would do a body brush, I would do a body scrub, a body mask, and then I would finish it with a full body bottom massage. And at this time, I had been an esthetician for about 2 years, so I knew how to whip up my own products. So all of the products were handmade, hand mixed by me. A lot of them were really like, I got my own raw materials and I put together my own products. People loved it. But the business failed because I didn't know how to hire people, and I was doing everything. I was doing the marketing, I was doing the full-on service, I was doing the financials, and I was also doing the cooking up of the products. At the time, if I had a business mentor, maybe they could have directed me to really position this business well. So eventually I gave up on the business. Nothing came of it. I had a beautiful website, nice marketing. Customers started calling me like, can I book my appointment? And I'm like, no. And then on top of that, I did the whole shebang where I decorated the room. So not only was I by myself traveling with a massage table, I had all of these tubs of decoration stuff, towels, because I wanted everything to have a particular color and my branding. It made a great experience for the customer, but a horrible experience for me. So the business completely failed. And I just went back to corporate America. At this time, I'm hating it. I'm grinding. I'm like, okay, let me at least try to get an advanced degree so that I can see if I can command a higher salary. I ended up getting a master's degree in cosmetic science and an MBA in marketing. So slowly I went from making 39,000 to making 60,000 to making 80,000 to making 120,000, and then eventually after getting both of those graduate degrees, I ended up making over 6 figures. And along the way, a few things started happening to change my mind about the power of consistency long term and the power of investing in your craft. Within a period of about 10 years, I invested in networking and connections. I invested in my education by getting 2 graduate degrees. And most importantly, I really started taking my career seriously. I went from just working in the lab, translating that skill set into working for a brand and doing product development, and then I translated that skill into the sales side or the commercial side, and that's when I really started seeing my income go up. And it dawned on me that I was like, wait a minute, I started at the bottom, but through diligence I was able to rise up. And the same thing also happened in my real estate business. So I just shared with you my career journey of where I went from the bottom and then I went up. Real estate, the same thing happened. As I was struggling as a full-time employee the whole time, right? I just told you the story of how my mobile spa business failed. What I didn't share is that along the way, I started a whole lot of like random little business ventures, reselling, KDP book writing, and all of that. I also got into real estate. Into real estate, same thing, because I'm a girl of big dreams. I see all of these investors who claimed that they were making millions of dollars a year, and because they were claiming they were making all of this money, of course I was like, yes, I want in on that. I hate my corporate job. They don't pay me enough. Let me go into real estate where I can make a lot of money. So I started reading everything you can think of about real estate. You guys, there wasn't a real estate book that this girl did not read. I read them all from I've never read the Rich Dad Poor Dad books, but I read almost every Bigger Pockets books. I read Keller Williams books. I read Cash Flow Quadrant, the Robert Kiyosaki books. I read them all. And I remember buying my first property. I was very excited. Buying my first property, fixer upper, fix it up, buy my first investment property. And it was interesting because when I first bought it, that's when it dawned on me that I was able to buy my first property, not necessarily because I was a real estate investor, but because of my full-time job. And that started to make me think, okay, maybe my full-time job serves a purpose. And in real estate, I buy my second property. I start making some money. But with each pound I was making, I was also losing pounds, right? Because with real estate, you're making money, but you're also spending a lot of money. And very quickly on paper, I started looking good. I was like, look at my net worth, look at my real estate portfolio. But the cash that was coming in, this is problematic. I'm not seeing the cash here. I saw the benefit and the wisdom behind real estate, but it wasn't a dream that I was sold, that real estate is this thing that's going to make you quit your full-time job in 6 months to a year. You're going to become a millionaire because you can just work your real estate business full-time. I did not see that path. but I kept going. Today, I stand in front of you as somebody who has a multi-million-dollar real estate portfolio and brings in about $150,000 in real estate income, but I'm still cash poor. Don't get me wrong, I love real estate. If you're talking about building long-term wealth, real estate is where you need to be, and I believe that anyone who's serious about investing needs to invest in real estate. However, the moral of the story here and why I am now building an online business is that everything has its purpose. My career showed me the power of sticking with something, putting in the work, and then watching it grow for you. Real estate also did the same thing in a different way. With real estate, I was able to see the importance of investing my time and energy for that long-term wealth trajectory. But now I am moving from real estate that's more of a long-term play into a business that will give me real income today that is not tied to an asset. Because the reason why real estate is so slow in building up is that you have a liability that you're paying against. So the $150,000 that I get every month, a lot of it goes towards paying the mortgage, paying the insurance, paying taxes, paying for repairs and handyman work, etc. So it's a lot of money being eaten up by all of these other expenses. So at the end of the day, I barely put in 10 to 15% in my own pocket. And on top of that, I also did Airbnbs. And with Airbnbs, now you have the added expense of paying for furniture. Back in the days, Airbnbs were hot, right? About 5, 6, 10 years ago, Airbnbs were hot. So every penny you put into furnishing that property would come back to you in terms of high monthly cash flow because you're doing day-to-day short-term rentals. But that also depends on your location. I bought at a location that, although you would think would be a touristy area, a lot of the people going to that area are staying in tents, and they're not really renting a large, beautifully decorated house for $300-400 a month. Before I move into my vision, allow me another quick tangent. What's the difference between a stream of income and a river of income? Right? A river has multiple streams coming into it to make that river. Out of it can flow multiple streams of income, right? Whichever way you want to think about that, right? You have lots of streams coming into making a river, and out of that can also flow many different streams. I consider my full-time job a stream of income because I have built myself up to a company that gives me multiple ways of making money. So for example, my full-time job gives me a salary, it gives me a bonus, it funds my 401k, it funds my health. I have access to an app on my phone where if I do certain things, I get $600 a month, $150 every quarter. Ching ching, that's money. Is it life-changing money? Depending on who you ask. But to me, free money, I would take it, right? My car, everything that's car related is taken care of by my employer. The car payment, the insurance, the maintenance on the car, the cleaning of the car. Cha-ching. That's the kind of job you should be looking for. That's a river of income. Let alone insurance benefits and stuff like that, health insurance and stuff like that. That I consider a stream of income. And I've changed my mindset to wanting to quitting my job. Now I'm nurturing that job. My second stream of income is real estate. I just shared with you my story about real estate. Real estate has enabled me to be able to really diversify my income because I've done it all. I've done short-term rentals. This is when I have quick cash coming in. I have done mid-term rentals for travel nurses and physicians and anyone who's just looking for a fully furnished, on list, 30 days to maximum 90 days rentals. I've done those. But then I also have traditional long-term rentals as well. right? So this one thing, real estate, I've been able to diversify into multiple streams of income. And right now, I actually just bought a farm, and that would also be another way as I grow that I will be diversifying this farm by building tents, but having like a glamping tents on that land, by being able to have wildlife, not wildlife, but I would like to be able to have some chickens, some pigs, some rabbit meats. So eventually, when I move on that farm, I will be able to diversify and land hack that farm so that I'm living sustainably and I'm growing my own foods and raising my own meats, and also sharing that with the people who are coming to live and visit my land. So another river of income. And in this third river of income, what I want to do is a similar model. I want to be able to utilize my passion and my skill set to grow multiple different little streams that would make up one big stream of income. In part 2 of this video, I am going to take you step by step through the vision of what I have in mind. You get to see me take you through this big dream step by step. My new vision is to leverage all of this knowledge that I've compounded about my career, about my business, and to build all of that into a finance, service, and education river of income. Thank you so much for joining me on this part 1 of my vision for my online business, how I'm taking you step by step on my journey of building this online finance empire. I don't even know what to call it, but we are doing it one day at a time. If you do want to join me through this messiness and this madness, please do click on the subscribe button below, leave me a comment, share, like, subscribe, and I will see you in part 2.